Guys, I'm Logan from the Wilsey Farm Channel. Tonight we're going to be getting pickled and making pickled eggs. So the ingredients, of course, are the free-range Wilsey Farm chicken eggs, which are in the pot, just over 25 I think, unless I counted wrong. You're going to start those off in ice cold water once they're cleaned, and we're going to start heating that up in a second, but we're also going to be putting in the pickled eggs, banana peppers, cow horn peppers, pickling cucumbers, sweet purple pepper. This is the only one out of all the 6 plants that had something ready, and garlic. So we're gonna wash those and then we'll be right back. All right, now that these vegetables are cleaned, we have to start thinking about the stuff that we gotta cook. So we're gonna fire up the eggs, obviously, on medium-high heat, aim it a little bit more towards high. And in this pot, this is going to be the pickle juice. So in here, this is like doubled plus a little bit. The normal recipe is for 12 eggs. So for 12 eggs, you want to do 3 cups of vinegar and then add in a 1/4 cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of pickling salt. And then the vinegar, you're really just going to heat up enough till you can see it's totally, everything is dissolved in there and it's just like all one liquid. Because no one wants to find sugar at the bottom of their pickles. I think that'd be pretty gross. So we're gonna go ahead and start these up right now. Remember, the pickles start in cold water. I mean, the eggs start in cold water. We're just gonna put the vinegar on like medium and just get that going easy. So then we'll start cutting the vegetables up. Got to keep a bowl to get the scraps to the chickens, the stuff that they will eat. And that pickle juice is really just like a plain flavor, so I'm going to keep some of these pepper seeds also to try and spice it up a little bit, because that's just going to be a very plain. The last batch I did, which I'll show a little bit later, I made dill flavored, so I put fresh dill in that also, but these we're going to try and make a little bit more spicy, keep all the seeds in there. Alright, let me give you a quick view of the cutting board now. In the back is the banana peppers, cow horns, the purple sweet, and then the cucumbers. Another thing to remember is that once that water with the eggs in it gets to a boil, you're going to want to let it boil for 5 minutes, and then we're going to take it off the heat and let it cool for 15, and then we're going to rinse it under cold water. Here's what the eggs are looking like right now. Almost at a boil, and then here's the vinegar. It's already dissolved, so it's just cooling off. And then we should be ready to put it all together. Alright, the eggs are at a rolling boil and they need about 2 more minutes. So while that's going on, these are the eggs from last week. You can see there's green bell peppers in there, banana peppers, cucumbers, and there's the dill. Some more somewhere else. So these only need about 2 more minutes and then we're going to be letting them cool off. One of them split open, that's why there's always extra in there, because I need 25, I hope I put extra in. Then they need 15 minutes to cool, and then we're going to start peeling them after that, run them under cold water. Alright, all the eggs are almost peeled, so I figured I'd show you the last one. The best way to peel it, crack it on a hard surface like 1,000,000 times until all the pieces are tiny. Little bits of shell, even though it seems like it would be a better idea to leave big chunks and get it off fast. Then once it's all broken apart like that, you can see it's all crumbly. You start working a little bit and you get underneath this membrane right here. And then once you have that hooked, it comes off like a sheet anyway. You get it in big chunks. And it doesn't damage the egg at all. Look at the size of this. That's the whole rest of the shell. And you just rinse this egg under clean water quick. Make sure there's no bits of shell on it, and then there's perfectly deformity-free egg. So another little trick that is really important, especially if you're trying to eat these pretty quick, is to take a fork or a toothpick or something and poke holes in every single egg to help the pickle juice get in there, because I've had pickled eggs before where you bite into it and it just tastes like a normal egg, only the very outside of it tastes like it has any pickle flavor, and that's kind of weird. So really poke them all good. It doesn't really hurt the egg that much. You almost can't even see the hole in it. Just kind of disappears. And it really helps the flavor of it. Alright, so then once you have 5 of them, these ball pint wide mouth jars seem to fit 5 eggs almost perfectly. So first we're gonna lay down some cucumbers. Just something that looks cool when you look up through the bottom. And also, who doesn't like pickles? And then we're gonna put 2 eggs in side by side. Try and get 2 that will fit without having to be smushed too much. Then we'll take some banana peppers and some cow horns and drop some of those in. Some more cucumbers are going in. And you can see it's starting to look pretty cool in there. So then we'll put in another egg, going the opposite way. Put in one of those purple strips. Throw in some more pickling cucumbers. And then on top of that, going back the other way, we're going to do 2 more eggs. We'll put some cucumbers in there. A few more peppers. I don't know if you can see how clear that is. This one split the yolk a little bit. So then the final step is just going to be to get a clear, like, liquid measuring cup. I think works the best. Scoop out your cooled off vinegar. And then you're just going to pour it over everything in there. Make sure you fill it all the way to the lid. It might spill a little bit, but it's worth having it full. Push the lid down tight. And twist it on. And there's your finished pickled egg jar. Then you just want to let that sit in the fridge for about a week, and it should be all pickled and ready to go. That easy. Look at the finished jar. We got 5 jars done tonight.